So how we're going to do this is we're going to choose one foot. I'm choosing my left, and we're going to put the four corners of our feet into the floor, and we're going to find our balance on one foot first. And then we're going to take our right leg, or our opposite leg of what we chose, and we're going to wrap it around our standing leg, like that. And now, since I have my left leg on the floor, I'm also taking my left arm, and I'm crossing my right arm over it, and then I'm doing one more wrap, and now I'm going to find my drishti, my focus point, and I'm going to bend down with my back straight. I'm going to lift my arms, and I'm going to find my balance. We have to strengthen our legs for this. This is a balancing pose. And that is Garudasana, the eagle pose. Now for the Swadhisthana, we're going to be doing hip openers. So I chose Baddha Konasana. So we're just going to sit with the bottoms of our feet together. So making a butterfly kind of thing with our legs. And we're going to make sure our back is always straight. And we're going to lower ourselves down. We're not pulling ourselves down because then we can injure our hip flexors. We're just going to let ourselves go down, and as we go, we can slowly feel ourselves loosening up a little bit. And try with every exhale to see if you can go any lower, but not pushing yourself further than your limit. The bow pose. So we're going to start on our stomachs. And what we're going to do is we're going to bend our feet forward from our knees. And we're going to grab our ankles with our hands. And we are going to lift ourselves up. So we're going to lift our knees and we're going to lift our chest off the floor to create a sort of wheel. And then we're going to look up. Not up to hurt your neck, but upwards. And that's what Dhanurasana looks like and how to get into the pose. Chakrasana, the wheel pose. So we're going to be starting on our backs. And we don't want to get right into this pose because we can injure our backs, especially our lower backs. So how to get into the full pose, we're going to keep our feet on the floor and our hands by our ears. And we're just going to lift ourselves up, but making sure that we're lifting our upper body because we can hurt our upper back because we can hurt our lower back. So we're just going to lift. And we're going going to get into the kneeling pose with our heads looking behind us. Or another modification is we can slightly lift and we can just leave our heads resting on the floor, just like this, but not putting any pressure on our necks. We are pushing with our arms. So for the throat chakra, the Vishuddha chakra, we're going to be doing poses that activate our neck. And when I say activate our neck, it's kind of like stretching our neck, not activating it as in strength, because we never want to put pressure on our necks because our necks are very sensitive. It's a very sensitive part of the body that can be injured very easily, so you want to be careful. So when I say activate, I mean using the neck in stretching, but never pressure. So our pose that we're going to be doing is Matsyasana, the fish pose. We're going to start on our backs, and we're going to get our hands, I normally place them in a sort of triangle position under our tailbones, and we're going to just keep our legs straight. Then we can raise ourselves on our forearms. So we're lifting our upper body with our forearms, and we can lean back. So for the first modification, we can just lean back. And then if you feel some flexibility in your back, we can put our heads to the floor, but never applying pressure to your neck. So we're suspended off the floor, but just pressing your head to the floor. Our next modification includes raising our legs, but they can be bent. So bringing your knees towards your navel and just suspending your legs. So remember, for this option and the next option, it's going to be applying some pressure to your lower back, so please be careful and be observant of your own body. So we're going to raise our legs like this first, and then if you want to activate your core, we'll keep our feet pointed, and we're going to extend our legs straight up. And that is Matsyasana for the throat chakra. Thank you. Chakra, the Sahasrara, we are going to be doing poses that are not very simple poses. These are very focused on core and arms. So we're going to be doing inversions for the crown chakra. So one very popular inversion is the headstand. So I'm just going to be going through a quick tutorial of how to do that. So we're going to be interlacing our hands, and we're gonna, when we place them, we're placing them on our heads, here, like at the back of our heads, on the floor. So first we want to go on the floor, we want to measure the length of our forearms and put it on the floor. And then from there, we can interlace our hands. And then we're putting our heads in our hands, leaning into our hands so we can be held. And we're going to start on our fours. And then we're going to lift up our tailbones and start walking towards our hands. And then we're going to use our core and tuck our legs. That's the second step. And then when you feel ready, you can raise your legs up, activating your core. So remember, you need to have a strong core for this. So if you feel you cannot do it yet, you can try it up against a wall, or you should try strengthening your core first. It's very important. And so that is one pose for the crown chakra.